I like solitaire, okay? Unless I got someone else to play with. Hey guys, me your host, Super Sorrel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look, it's Gambit. I love Gambit. He's the raging Cajun, and he blows things up. Can't beat Gambit. And I fell in love with this character during the actual animated series. Won't lie, as a 90s kid, I had Fox Kids on the satellite television, and we had the X-Men cartoon TV series, and that is pretty much where I fell in love with Gambit. He was one of the main characters in the TV series, and they never featured him in the live-action movies until that dodgy Wolverine movie that we won't speak of, because they thought it was too much like Wolverine. That's when Hollywood didn't understand comic books. He's a fan favourite, and I hope we get to see him at some point. Let's hope if MCU ever do X-Men, they do him justice. I'm really excited to finally have this. We've been waiting for a good Gambit for so long, and this is the awesome 90s classic Gambit look from the TV series and from Jim Lee. So let's get on with today's review, guys. If you are new around here, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button. I've got a boatload of other X-Men figures still to review from this wave. You're not going to want to miss out. And plus, there's all sorts of other videos coming to the channel real soon. A load of stuff has just arrived this morning, but as you can see behind me, there is still a boatload of reviews to go, so you're not going to want to miss out being a part of this channel. We've got plenty of toys every single day. But guys, let's break out Remy LeBeau. So there's a nice artwork piece on the side, and on the back of the box as well, there's a really nice product shot with a bit of a bio, which states, Remy LeBeau is an ex-thief from New Orleans with the mutant ability to convert energy and cause explosions. So, I believe Remy LeBeau's explosions, over time, we've even seen them rip apart Colossus, so I mean, his powers are insane. And like I said, Gambit, I know it's a fanboy thing to like Gambit. I know everyone sort of laughs at followers that love Gambit because it is the cliche thing. It's like being a fan of Star Wars and liking Boba Fett, I suppose. But I won't lie, I love Gambit. I'm a fanboy at heart. Love the character. I love the fact as well that on the recent run of the comics, he's now got married to Rogue. They're off having adventures now in the Mr. and Mrs. comics. That was a long time coming, really, in the comics as well, so it's really nice to see that storyline finally play out after all these years. Growing up reading the comics, it almost feels like Remy LeBeau and Rogue grew up with me, because I also got married a few years ago, and you know what I mean? It just kind of all flows and things, it's nice. So guys, here is Remy LeBeau. I'm loving the hairpiece, by the way, that flicks over to one side, looking like it's blowing away in the wind there. It's kind of cool, bit windswept look. The face sculpt itself is pretty nice as well. Really liking those eye colours. Wish they were a little bit more prominent though. They are a little bit lacking. The head is a little bit looser than I would have liked, but it can bob back and forwards as well as sort of hinge forward and in and out. So you can get some nice sort of head wobble and bobs for expression. This cape has been used 1,000 times before. This is the same trench that we've seen with... Right, let's go for this. Spider-Man Noir used it. Obviously, the Multiple Man used it. And I think, did Nick Fury even have the same one, or was Nick Fury slightly different? All of them were stealing Gambit's coat, so I'm glad that Gambit finally got his cloak back. And it's a really nice figure, even with the cloak. If I pull that back, you can see all the nice intricate designs that you'll remember from the 90s TV show and the classic Gambit look, with the purple down the sides there, with the nice steel blue boots. There's also the nice purple, pinkish sort of top as well. Very nicely done and detailed. There's a nice slit up the back of the coat as well, just like it should. He just looks superb and looks like he's jumped straight out of the page of one of the comic books. So articulation-wise, arm does lift up and does rotate at that top hinge. The bicep also has a rotation in it. The elbow as well is a nice new elbow joint that also rotates, so plenty of articulation there in the arms. There is an ab crunch there, so we can crunch him quite far forwards, as well as back a little bit, as much as the coat piece will allow us. There's also the break at the waist there as well for swivel. The legs do lift out pretty far, as well as forwards and backwards. There's also the thigh cut there as well, with a double hinge knee here, and there's a boot cut as well as a rocker and ankle pivot. So plenty of articulation to get some great posing out of Gambit. As well, the reason he comes with his fingers sort of like this is because he does come with a single flamed card. Kinetic card. And if we just slot that there, between his fingers, it looks like he's ready to throw it. You can even have him sort of outstretch. So it does look like he's about to throw it. It does look like he's ready to throw, you know what I mean? It looks pretty awesome. But if you do want more of a throwing pose, we can just remove this hand. Because he does come with a separate hand. We've seen this kind of thing before. I think it's just a similar hand they used when they made the bullseye, and he had the knives. Same sort of effect, except this time it's cards. I wish we could see what was on the cards of the card. It all looks very... yeah, I can't explain. It looks very plain, is the word I'm looking for. I wish they had a faint description of the card, like Ace of Spades or something. You know what I mean? So I remember in the TV series when he used to throw the cards, he'd be like, "It's the Joker for you." What the hell's that? That was a British accent. What was that accent? He'd throw the card. I'll try that again. He'd throw the card, and he'd be like, "That's the Jack of Hearts for you, Brebu." Weirdest Cajun accent I've ever done. Right, so let's put the other hand back on, because I am not going to be using that outstretched palm hand. I will be using the single card. I like the fact that it's a single card sort of flick. Looks more like he's got attitude as well. You can kind of have him posing, sort of looking at it as well, which makes him look dead menacing as well, like he's thinking about it. Or like I said, you can have it ready outstretched and on its way out. So it's a pretty decent all-round piece of kit. If I take that out of his hand as well, it does have his other hand poised for the bow staff. His hand is a little bit tight, so he can't grasp the bow staff, although I do feel after a little bit of time that will just be sliding straight through his hand. I wish it had a bit more sturdiness to it, because in the cartoon, he would use that to be able to propel himself, to be able to do like a long-range kick. So it would be nice to be able to use that a little bit more as a stopper, so I could use it and pose him and make him look cool, like he's using it to lean on. But I'm pretty sure as soon as I put any form of the figure's weight through that, it's just going to slide straight through the hand. Let's have a go. Yeah, it's going to slide straight through the hand, which is a shame. Might have to customise that a little bit for more of that kind of thing. That's not what it's made for, I know I'm nitpicking here. It is a fantastic figure. This is actually one of the only figures in the wave that doesn't come with one of the Caliban BAF pieces. They knew what they were doing when they were making this wave, let's put it that way. Gambit's a popular character, everyone was wanting this wave for Gambit, let's be honest. But so far, this is my favourite wave of the year. I am biased, I am a huge X-Men buff, so I am pretty biased towards that, saying, this being my favourite. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to the desk cam to give you guys an up-close personal look at Remy LeBeau. And as well, we'll get Rogue in there, we'll get some other X-Men ready and poised to go, so let's go and head over to the desk cam! Alright guys, here he is, it's Gambit, and he looks awesome! Loving this figure, love how the Jim Lee version looks, it's just amazing. It's a very nice interpretation of Gambit, and with Gambit being quite a main player right now in the comic books, given the fact that he was a part of the Mr. and Mrs. series and is now in the Rogue and Gambit series, he's one of the main characters, or he was at the time, for the Uncanny X-Men. So he's been a big part of the sort of recent rebirth of the X-Men comics, and I really love Remy. I've tried to get the stick to go behind his head like he would pose in the comics and in the TV series. I've got that card up in there, like I said I would. That's how I would pose Gambit. Be careful with the legs of your Gambit, by the way, because I've noticed mine is very flimsy, and it does seem to not want to stand up very easily. You have to kind of pose him a little bit. It takes a little bit of time to get him to stand. That leg joint doesn't feel the strongest. I know we've had a problem with legs over recent years with Marvel Legends, so please bear that in mind when posing around and playing with this character, as I do feel we're going to hear a lot of people complaining about this knee joint. Mine's the left leg, so when you get yours, guys, let me know if your left leg on your Gambit is a little bit looser than you would like, or feels a little bit flimsier. So yeah, look at it, man. Just feels like it feels like he's bending inwards at all times. Look at it, look how it's bent. But that is literally my only gripe about this figure. Other than that, the figure itself is beautiful, and it is well made. So it is the figure we've been waiting for. And if you're just a poser collector like me, and you don't really do much with them, if you're not really playing with them, you're just kind of posing them and displaying them, you shouldn't really have an issue anyway. But if you are someone who is buying these for playtime, please be careful with those limbs. But yeah, let's get some other X-Men in here, guys, and see how he looks opposite some of his fellow mutants. So guys, this is how Gambit looks opposite the rest of sort of the team here. That's the height difference between him and Wolverine, which is about accurate to the comics, although Wolverine does feel a little bit too short here, I'm not sure. That's opposite Rogue, which is perfect. And of course Deadpool as well, he's a little bit taller than Deadpool. Just a little bit, just a smidge. And of course he's nowhere near Colossus's height. So Gambit is a pretty cool, unique figure. He's quite a different scale of height to the rest of the Legends. So I do like that. What do you guys think of this Gambit? Let me know in the comments below. So guys, just in case you're one of the people that have lived under the rock for the past however many years, his first appearance was in Uncanny X-Men Annual 14 of July 1990, and then again in X-Men Uncanny 266 in August of 1990. Gambit belongs to the subspecies known as the mutants, who are born with superhuman abilities. He uses card-throwing hand-to-hand combat and a bow staff. The cards will be charged with a kinetic energy that he uses then as an explosive projectile. He was in league with Mr. Sinister in the original run of the comic books, but the X-Men forgave him and he eventually became a part of the team. He's always portrayed as a bit of a ladies' man, but he often opened up and softened up to the wonderful charms of Rogue, another Southern Belle lady. So Rogue and Gambit have been destined to be together in the comic books, in the films, in the X-Men TV series, not films, the X-Men TV series. So it's something that obviously I've grew up watching, and it's nice to see that they've now tied the knot in the latest comic series. Again, Gambit was going to be played by Channing Tatum in a solo movie. I am so glad that Fox got bought, because I don't think I could have watched that movie. So guys, are you a fan of Gambit? I am a little bit of a fanboy when it comes to Gambit, but that's just me. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, I've got a feeling unless they remake that Rogue figure, her price is just going to keep growing and growing. Because let's face it, everyone's going to want her to go with this figure now. So her price is just going to skyrocket. I'm so glad I got mine when I did. Let's hope they do give us another Jim Lee Rogue at some point to kind of combat that, but I doubt it. That figure's got some worth to it now, which is a shame. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this review, please remember to smash the subscribe button. It really supports us, it really helps out, and it helps me to keep making these awesome videos for you. Without your support, I'm unable to keep making videos, so please make sure you do like, subscribe, and comment wherever possible. It really does help. And thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I'm your host, Super Sorrel, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.